first we have to pay teachers more. I mean, right now you have teachers who are just like taking money in their own wallets to like pay for school supplies and whatnot, and that's not right. We should be giving teachers the compensation they deserve as professionals who are shaping the next generation. But data has shown that 70 to 80% of primary school performance is dependent upon out-of-school factors. So this is parental time, parental education, levels of stress in the household, type of neighborhood you're in. These variables account for 70 to 80% of academic performance. And educators know that you can be incredibly heroic, but you're still only accounting for 20 to 30% of kids' performance. Right now, we put teachers in an impossible situation where we've said, hey, like, make it happen, and then the teachers can only control 30% of the outcome. So if you were to genuinely want to improve children's ability to learn, what you do is you'd put more economic resources into the hands of parents, where if every adult parent was getting $1,000 a month, there are two parents around, it'd be $24,000 a year, then you'd likely see a rise in parental time input spent with the child reading and helping them learn. You'd find lower stress levels in the household. You'd find lower levels of domestic violence. You'd see children's personalities would actually evolve to become more conscientious and agreeable because they would see that their investment in schoolwork actually gets rewarded. So that's like the single biggest change we can make, is actually put economic resources in the hands of parents and give kids a genuine chance to learn. I would go on to say that another huge deficiency, two things in our schooling system, we dramatically underinvest in technical, vocational, and apprenticeship programs. Right now, only 6% of American high school students are in technical training. In Germany, that number is 59%. And we have millions of technical and apprenticeship jobs that are going unfilled around the country. And these jobs are very, very difficult to automate away. These are jobs like air conditioning repair and line repair and plumbing. These jobs, you're not going to get a robot plumber anytime in the next number of decades. You are, however, going to get a robot accountant, or like AI just like ironing out your tax forms. So we have to stop acting like college is the end-all be-all, because we can see right now that as we're trying, if you think of high school as just preparation for college, we're failing our kids. Because if you go to college, right now the 6-year college graduation rate is 59%. That is 41% of kids who are starting college aren't finishing within 6 years. And the underemployment rate is up to 44%. We're stacking $1.5 trillion in school loans on college kids. And so we have to stop acting like college is the answer in high school. We have to start saying, look, there are many things you can do, and technical and vocational and apprenticeship have to be an enormous part of it. The last thing I would say is that, related to the fact that our high schools right now are preparing kids for an economy that does not exist, we have to try and make our high school curriculum much more relevant to our young people. Because right now they know, like, I could look up most of the stuff on my phone, like, why are you like forcing me to like learn and memorize certain things that don't seem relevant? So what we have to do is we have to try and prepare them for life in the 21st century with coursework like financial literacy, technology management, positive psychology, mindfulness, and mental health. Like relationship management. I mean, how many high school kids would not be excited to learn some of these things because they're like, oh, this is actually going to matter for me. And the last thing is that the senior year in high school, senior spring, no one's learning anything anyway. So what we have to do is we actually have to create an American exchange program that would send seniors in high school to families in other parts of the country where they can live and work. And then if they had that exposure, then they'd be much less likely to regard people in other parts of the country as somehow alien and foreign. When they go to that other part of the country, there are 15 other kids from other parts of the country in the same cohort. They learn from each other. What 18-year-old kid would not be pumped to have like a road trip and then meet like 15 other teenagers from around the country that they become Facebook friends with? They spend this time, they're living with another family that happens to have high school seniors who are graduating, and then they go back home. They have new relationships, they have friends from all over the country. And then when it comes time to perhaps move for a new opportunity or explore another part of the country, they would regard that as something that is very, something that they'd love to do because they have a friend there, they're exposed to other parts of the country. Right now, Americans are moving across state lines at lower levels than they have in decades, and this is something we can change at the high school level.